guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing the plan with me for the week of May 4th through May 10th. So for May the 4th through Mother's Day, I'm putting down my stickers for a sticker a day, and most of these are just for like the holidays. But anyways, moving on to the week, I am updating my sidebar. I went ahead and checked off changing my sheets. Guess what I didn't do? My sheets. Yeah. So, but we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, I worked 8 to 4 on Friday, not 8 to 5. But I gained point 0.5 this week. But I am also, spoiler alert, the spoiler alert, on my period, and I usually bloat and gain weight. But anyways, Monday was May the 4th, so I marked that with this cute little R2D2. You've already seen this in the weekly setup. But yeah, so I decided that instead of putting like, oh, it's a hectic day, or oh, it was a productive day, that I would just put some stuff down. So I start with marking that I was very thirsty that morning. I was, and I marked that it was very loud outside. We had one person weed eating, and then we had someone else working on the town water system, and they had something called a ditch witch out, and it's a very loud piece of machinery. So yeah, but it was very, very loud, and it was right there by my window. And then I had ravioli for lunch. And then I put, oh, look at that, I'm going crazy because stuff got hectic. And then I marked that I had a migraine, to the point that like I actually was getting the aura, and it was like my vision was flashing, and it was not fun. So I came home, and my mom had made spaghetti. I ate dinner real quick. I took my shower, and I rewatched the Glass live stream from Monday, and then I went to bed. And probably fell asleep watching said live stream, if I'm completely honest. But moving on to Tuesday, which was Cinco de Mayo, I literally walked almost 9,000 steps on Tuesday because of a closing that I had at 10:30. I started working on my closing stuff at like 8:15, 8:30ish, and I did not stop working on this one particular file until about 4:45. So, I had leftover spaghetti for lunch, and then I marked down that I only worked on one file that afternoon. Then I came home and I washed my hair. I ate ramen for dinner. I watched The Dinosaurs on Netflix with my nephew. We watched episode 2. I got an Amazon delivery kind of late. Got a new desk mat, which you can see behind my journal there, and I went to bed by 8 o'clock. On Wednesday, had a little accident. My cat got the zoomies and scratched my knee up pretty bad. If you watched my unboxing video that I posted Saturday, then you would hear that story. But yeah, and then that morning moved so slow, and I was in pain because my knee was all scratched up. But I had macaroni and cheese for lunch, and then I started getting another headache, which signaled to me that I was about to start my period. So, and I did the next day. I had a closing at 4 o'clock, and then I came home, took a shower. I had chicken and rice for dinner. I went to bed at 7:30 and had a YouTube binge until I fell asleep. And then on Thursday, I started It marked that I started my period. It was cold that morning, and I had to wear dresses all this week because of the big scratch on my knee. So I also put absolutely not because I kind of got spoken to by someone in a manner in which I was not happy with. So there's that. Um, but I also marked that I'm fine. I had beef and broccoli for lunch. I worked through lunch though, so I ate what I wanted and then got back to doing what I was doing. My mom did not come for lunch this week at all. She was very, very busy. Um, and then I marked that I was all over the place that day with a little annoyed looking guy from People Eagle. And then I had ramen for dinner. I washed my hair. I did another glass live stream catch up and went to bed. And then on Friday was my cousin's birthday. I marked that I gained 0.5 pounds. I'm not worried about it at all. It is what it is. Um, and then I marked that. Well, let me tell you the story. So, where I work, it's in town, and there's this one guy who rides a bike, and he has a Bluetooth speaker clipped to him, and he plays music. A lot of the time it's rap music, but sometimes it's, like some R&B or, something from the 70s. But on that day, all I could hear was the beat of this one song. And it was loud. It was loud, loud. And I know the beat. And I go, oh, he's playing Billie Jean. When he gets to me, Michael starts singing. And he went by our building like twice playing Billie Jean. And within like a 10-minute span. But so I marked that someone was blaring Billie Jean. And then I had to get a closing ready that I didn't know I was going to have until about 10 o'clock that morning. Which there wasn't really much to it. It was just a cash thing. So it was really just make sure the documents are printed and look good and all of that. So I had lasagna for lunch, and then I had my closing at 2:30, and we got off at 4. And when I came home, I watched TV with my mom. I had my me time, and then I came in my room and filmed and edited a little bit, and I went to bed by 2. And then on Saturday, so I kind of had the house to myself on Saturday. My mom's cousin's husband passed earlier in the week. That's why she was so busy, because she was getting stuff to, like, help feed the family and all that. She went. I didn't. I stayed home and I said, look, I'll do the laundry. I'll do whatever. That way when you come home, you're not worried about it. So I got up around 10:30, and she had already started washing the clothes, even though I told her not to, but I did wash clothes. I did a lot of filming and editing, but wouldn't you know it, I didn't work on anything that I needed to get ready for this coming up week. I already have my memory keeping video done. That's not a problem. But I am having to schedule my Sunday video later. So my weekly setup video is not going up until 8 o'clock. And I did part of a voiceover, and I have to go in after I get done doing this and put in the music for it. So, yeah, I had some poor planning this week. Even though I now have a content planner, sat down and, played with it. But today, my excuse is I decided to refill all of my fountain pens. Speaking of fountain pens, I have one being delivered today at some point, and I just want to make sure that, like, it's not sitting outside in the rain. So bear with while I yap and look at my phone. Okay, it says it's not. Okay, it has not been delivered yet. And it's not telling me how many stops out it is either. So, also, uh, I did not get my pics cut. I had to get a refund from TikTok and put a missing mail thing in on Monday with USPS, but I went ahead and ordered me another one from Amazon, and it's also supposed to be delivered today too, but it's not going to be delivered until probably the same time my fountain pen is. So, anyways, I'm okay with that. It's fine. But anyways, so I had pizza rolls for lunch. Getting back to Saturday, of course. Um, I had pizza rolls for lunch, and I went ahead and took the trash out. I posted my unboxing video, which if you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. There's also a short just showing you the stuff without me actually talking. But I did a talk through. I did my first talk through, and I might try to do next week's Plan With Me as a talk through. But we shall see. And then my mom came home and we watched TV together. I took my Saturday night bubble bath. I did a YouTube binge while I worked on other videos. And I went to bed by 12. And now for Sunday, it is Mother's Day. Currently, as I am recording this, of course. And so I got up by 10 and I did the litter. I wasn't supposed to do the litter because my mom said do not mess with the litter while you have that big scratch on your knee, but I did it anyways. I didn't do the sheets. I just haven't felt like it, so I didn't do it, but it's marked. Oh well. I did some more filming and editing, which is what I'm doing right now. I'll have a little bit of planner time. I put go eat something now. I had chicky nuggies and french fries. So, food acquired. And then I took my everything shower, and I'm going to go to bed probably around 8 o'clock, at least after my packages get delivered from Amazon. So, that was the week, and I see that I yapped enough to get myself fairly close to catching up. So, yeah, while we're getting close to the end, I will say, have a good day, have a good week, stay safe out there, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye.